Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade-Bloodlines. In the last episode, we arrived at the Elizabeth Dane, the mysterious cargo ship whose crew are gone, vanished, and it turns out it looks like they might have actually been slaughtered by something that was probably in the Archaran sarcophagus. Did this girl just cross the street because she's scared of me? In any case, we managed to 100% it. We got all the achievements from it, basically, because we were able to talk with the cop on one of the police officers watching from the edge of the ship where we boarded. And he thought we were working for, like, a local newspaper, or, sorry, a newspaper company, or a journalist of some sort, a news reporter. And he gave us the police report, a copy of it. He distracted some of the police officers, allowing us to gain access to the cargo manifest, and told us the password to access the ship cams there, so that we would be able to look at the Archaran sarcophagus at a distance. I'd never done this before, and we were in and out in less than like 10 minutes because of that. The area is extraordinarily difficult if you have to sneak to the Archaran sarcophagus to give it a good look. But I think there's a bunch more information you can gain about what's going on from listening to the police officers if you do decide to do it that way. In any case, when we returned here, LaCroix was rather happy with the work we had done, probably combined with the fact that we were polite to him and the Camarilla in general, and he gave us a new haven, so we moved a bunch of our stuff into that. And now, we're walking around downtown, talking with all the other vampires who are here, seeing if they have anything else to talk to us about, since we finished the mission with the Elizabeth Dane. So we're here now outside the last round to talk with the Anarchs. Let's see if they have anything to say. Alright, well, I guess we'll stick to the left. Let's talk with Skelter first, see what he has to say. He'll probably be the most interested in what we saw.
What's up?
Hey, I got a few questions for you, Skelter.
Yeah?
Oh, he doesn't, actually. I want to ask you about someone.
Yeah? Who do you want to know about?
What's up with this damsel chick?
You mean college girl over there? To be honest, she reminds me of those miserable stateside protester fucks from when I was in Nam. But she's on the right side in this one. Don't let the hippie vibe fool you.
Gotcha. So she has her own political views, but she agrees with the Anarchs' political view. A few more questions.
Yeah?
Let me ask you about someone else.
Yeah? Who do you want to know about?
Tell me about Jack.
That's the man there. One righteous kindred. I wish he'd take a more active stance in our fight, but fuck, man, he's Jack. Jack just does his thing. God help anyone who gets in the way.
Fair enough. Take care, Skelter. He had nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk to us about in regards to Elizabeth Dane. How about Nines? Is there anything else to say? Hey, Nines.
2 minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now.
Sure. Tell me about L.A.
L.A.? It's always had problems. Always had a mean streak. Earthquakes, fires, riots. And for the Anarchs, the Camarilla, the Sabbat, the Quajin have all tried to steal it away. People say these nights are bleak, but then, haven't we always been damned?
Oh, why not go somewhere else?
Roll over, play ball, give up all we fought for, died for? Do you really think that's an option? Do you really think anybody'd be willing to trade their freedom to become a cog in an elder's game? If you do, then you just don't get it. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to kill, but I doubt it.
Alright, sure thing, Nines. I guess his attitude here is that there's no way they're moving out. They fought for this place. They'd rather continue to fight for it and try to kill everyone else. Drive off the other clans again if they give them trouble.
Set.
Hey, I have some questions for you, damsel.
Yeah?
I already know how this is going to go with all these questions. Tell me your thoughts on LaCroix.
Who the hell does he think he is, coming into town claiming Camarilla authority over the city? We kicked them out 60 years ago. It's like England coming back and telling the U.S. how they should do things. Fuck LaCroix.
I had no idea the Anarchs have been in control that long. Another question.
Yeah?
Alright, nothing else actually, damsel, thanks. Wow, yeah, I can totally see why Nines is so angry. Probably shouldn't have phrased it that way. I didn't even think... I didn't realize I was asking him why doesn't he just, leave. But yeah, that would be really insulting for Nines to hear that from me.
So what'd you find out?
It was a slaughter, Jack. Whatever was in the sarcophagus killed everyone.
No kidding. Well, I guess there's gotta be something in there then, huh? The Camarilla's gonna be scraping for answers when this gets out.
You think it was an ancient, then? Actually, let's ask why. Why? Why would the Camarilla care?
Because the Camarilla denies the existence of the fathers. They deny that Kane was the original vampire. They deny all the legends. Fear and the end of the world are bad for business, you know?
Oh, I didn't realize that was the case. I thought it was all up to each individual vampire. Maybe Jack here is painting them all with a broad brush, as it were.
Well, that's just their official stance. They all live with that same gut fear, though. That it's real and we are living in the last of days.
What do you believe, Jack?
It's in the air, all right. I've been around longer than most, kid. And I've felt the change in the past few decades. It's in the blood. We're racing towards something. And picking up speed all the time.
Ha! Probably just the new edition of World of Darkness is coming out, Jack. You're feeling the danger of your world collapsing because it's going to change. So what would Lotaeri think about this? So, you know, aside from the sarcophagus on the Elizabeth Dane, and the fact it looked like, indeed, that container was ripped apart from the inside, there's nothing else that I think Lotaeri has personally seen that would convince him we're living in the last days. Although, Jack here is not the first person who's mentioned this, right? We had... what was his name now? The Gangrel, who showed up to talk to us very briefly after we blew up the Sabat warehouse with the Astrolite. Beckett mentioned that he's been hearing rumors as well, but he doesn't feel it. But maybe he's not attuned to it here. I'm not sure what I think. Alright, take care, Jack. I'm not gonna side with it. I'm gonna say it's bullshit, but I'm not gonna say I believe in it either at the moment. We have some things to think about. Alright. Well, man, that's a shame. I didn't realize I was going to be insulting Nines like that. So, well, with Nines not looking forward to seeing us in the future, I guess his mind's made up that we're going to be working with the Camarilla. And to be fair, the Camarilla do seem to be what I have been siding with.
Crab nibble, listen, got crab nibble, oh, got a crab nibble.
At least the other Anarchs are still being polite to me at this moment. So we'll still stop in from time to time and see if Nines will cool down a little bit. Probably not, would be my guess. He's a bit hot-headed. However, that hot-headedness saved our life twice. So we should... I don't want to really... man, I don't want to insult Nines. I like the guy. So, oh well. We'll deal with it if it becomes a problem, I suppose, later. So now we're going to head on back to Santa Monica. And we're going to take a quick peek. We're going to visit the Vorman sisters and Tongue. And see what else we can learn from them. Actually, maybe... yeah, we should do that. Tongue might have some information about the Malkavians that could come in handy when we actually arrive at Grout's mansion. Since we know very little about... well, Lotaeri here knows extremely little about that clan. So, Methadron was mentioning that the Malkavians have some sort of special network, or did in 2nd edition, where their minds seem to be linked and they can hear each other's thoughts or possibly hear what they're saying of a sort. And it might be a reason why the Malkavians hear other voices pretty often in their heads, because they're actually hearing what other Malkavians are doing or saying or thinking. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that was the case when I was I didn't play a Malkavian back when I was playing the Whatchamacallit edition. And Heather is still around here. And I don't want her to see me, so let's go back this way. I think she is probably hanging around, hoping that we change our mind. And maybe the developers for the game are doing this in the attempt to get you to still let her be a ghoul for you. We could change our mind, but I'm not going to quite yet. If she's still in this area after I have done Grout's mission, we'll take her in. I'm going to feel too bad for her to be hanging out around here when something bad could happen to her. She seems like she's really naive, and I think she will be taken advantage of if we don't actually try to help her first. What else is happening? Anything? Oh well, right now I'm just trying to sneak around Heather. Let's see if there's any other ammunition I need from Fat Larry really quick.
My man, what is up?
Hey, Fat Larry, need to do some shopping, sir.
Yo, koala ears, lazy eye hammocks and dwarf saddles right here. Yo, koala ears, lazy eye hammocks and dwarf saddles right here. Only here. Hey, don't walk on by. I look like Dionne Warwick.
I don't even have that stuff is. What are dwarf saddles, for crying out loud? Is he talking about like some sort of card you can buy to get some special unlock for your World of Warcraft character? I'm not sure what's going on there. All right, so what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, when we got our new haven and checked it out, there was some blood bags in there. I have one blood pack on me at the moment. And we also found this Galdjum there, which increases the length of time some passive disciplines are active by 25%. I'm going to see if it can tell us if I drop this. Celerity, Potence, Fortitude, Obfuscate, Presence, and Auspex. Oh, okay, it's everything. Perfect. All right, then. Oh, this is great. Okay. I was worried it wasn't increasing Celerity or Presence. Only Auspex. That's very nice indeed. Okay. Oh, speaking of presence and what have you, I still have these experience points lying around. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to do. I think we are going to... We're not going to prove celerity. The rank 3 and Medeva did mention that celerity at the highest ranks trivializes almost everything in the game. It makes the boss fights very easy, so it will be worth putting some points in this. But I think because I really want our seduction to be rank 6 when we reach Hollywood, I'm going to go ahead and put a point into subterfuge right now, just to make sure I do that. And then with our other point, we're going to put that into firearms. We want to be, or I would like to be a shoot-'em-up vampire, not a melee vampire, so that's what we're going to do. The last time I played through the game was with my Nos, and he was, I want to say he was all brawl, if I remember correctly. And using Protean to give me, not Protean, sorry, potency, to help me deal lots of damage with my fists. And good, Heather's not here any longer. Alright, let's talk with the cab driver and get over, get over to Santa Monica. Yeah, just drive.
It's a nice night out, huh?
It is, yeah. Very nice night. Alright, let's stop on in and say hello to the Vorman sisters really quick. I believe the Vorman sisters are from the Malkavian clan. Maybe they can give you some information about Grout. I guess it would depend upon which sister is currently active. Actually, I guess they both could be. I don't think they work that way. I think after the one encounter, you only get one of the two. Oh, hello! Wow! Thank you. My 3 inspection, is that right? What is my inspection? Yeah, for seeing a gold ring. I never noticed that there before. Unless there was someone else's ring after they came to see. Oh, she's still in dual mode. Hello.
Good evening. Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, they're both here. Hey! Hey, how are you two getting along?
We're bridging valleys, but I still can't persuade her to wear eyeshadow, and you won't.
Good to hear, girls. Take care. As long as I'm here, am I allowed to access, by the way, this? I wasn't able to last time. We have a little more hacking now. No. Okay. Alright, well, take care. Alright, that was it. It's kind of a shame in a way. Actually, is there anything else we can talk to them about?
Good evening. Hello, sweetheart.
Just passing through. Thought I'd say hi. Take care, sisters. I don't know if anyone else really... let me give some context for this. So, I'm guessing that most people who play a game like this, after they're done with an area, they move on and never return to it unless there's some quest reason to do so. But often in the games I play, I double back to see if there is anything new that might show up, or any other discussions or dialogue which appears. Very often, this is never the case. There is absolutely nothing new to discover. And to be fair, it would be a lot of work to try to inject a few new things, just conversation-wise, for areas you've been before. The developers would have to put a lot of more time into these areas of the game, because they probably also know not many people are going to come back once they're done. But I do it, just to see if I notice something that maybe someone else has missed. Sorry, the Sunco is an actual gas distributor down near me. Along with Exxon is another one down here. Hey, Tongue? This must be your haven, I guess.
What do you need?
He's living a really neat life. Have you heard anything about the serial killer, Tongue?
Those murders are definitely the work of kindred. Probably some caitiff getting revenge on everyone who made fun of him in high school. Once the sheriff tracks this guy down, they're gonna make one hell of an example of him.
We were talking about this, I think, an episode or two ago. How we were told, like Jack told us not to bother, like, going down our list of high school kids we want revenge on from high school. Just don't do it. It's not worth the trouble. And so sure enough, this sounds like this is the case for this guy. Sheriff. Oh. You mean that big palooka who cut off my sire's head?
He's LaCroix's iron fist. No one knows the sheriff, really, except LaCroix. No one even knows the guy's name. There's lots of rumors about him, though. I heard LaCroix picked him up in Africa over 100 years ago. Obviously, they work well together.
Let me ask a few questions, if you don't mind, Tongue.
Like what?
I want to ask about some of the clans.
Clans are just bloodlines, you know. A common root shared and passed on from sire to child.
Yeah, well, tell me about the Malkavians.
Malkavians are, interesting. There's something to them. Learning to sort the wisdom from the bullshit can be some work, and, not all of them are worth listening to, but, they're all good fun, if you ask me.
One more clan.
Sure.
A different one. Tell me about the Toreador. I've heard I'm from that clan.
I don't rub elbows with the pretty bloodsuckers much, but I've seen them work people like puppeteers, and that's admirable. Now, if only they'd get off their slimy asses and put their talent to some use besides feeding their egos.
Oh, we can insult them right now if we really want to do that. I have no desire to be rude. Alright. Take care, Tongue. Yeah, I mean, why would I insult him here? At the very least, I'm not playing lottery like a stuck-up guy. He's here because he can't live in a really nice place because people might... Well, I guess he could live in a really fancy place, but he'd have to make sure no one ever sees him. And big places generally require a lot of work to upkeep. And a lot of work means more people. More people means more of a risk someone will see you.
Swarming on the horizon. The words are stripping the foul.
I guess maybe they could come up with like some reasons to why he is indeed so hideous. And there are some diseases in real life which are horrific and can really, really degrade the way someone looks, unfortunately. And while I'm here really quick, I'm going to go back in the smoke shop really fast and see if there's anything else we can do here. We couldn't do anything here last time. I don't remember the smoke shop at all while playing the game prior. Interesting music to listen to while you're here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good, man. Don't want to disturb you. All right. So there's a person we can flirt with the guy if we want to get another blood bag.
Good evening to you.
Just looking around. I guess we can't do that with anyone else, though. And my inspection is not showing anything in here. 3 inspection generally is still not very good. We'll probably have 5 by the end of the game. Since I plan to level my perception high enough that we can have a rank 8 probably in guns, firearms. Alright, well, I think we're done, everyone. I can't think of anyone else we have. Oh, I guess there's Mercurio. We did finish the Elizabeth Dane, so maybe he's selling some new weaponry. So I guess we will stop by his place really quick as well. And I'll run there. Why not? We'll speed this up a little bit. We'll make sure no one sees me do that. Oh, the cops. Well, the cops are now gone outside the theater for some time. That one cop is still hanging out with the bums. That's pretty cool. And good for him. He really likes talking to that guy, those 2 people by the fire. Oh, what's our hacking now? Oh, sorry, lockpicking. Is it at least 7? Can we get 7? We can get 7, right? I think there was a chest in this room that required a 7 lockpick to get in. I think. 8! Never mind. Okay, still can't do it. Hey, Mercurio.
Anything I can do for you tonight?
Yeah, I need some... Actually, I need some info.
Concerning?
Places.
Specifically?
Oh, I can't ask about Grout's mansion. Never mind. One more time.
Anything I can do for you tonight?
Yeah, some info.
Concerning?
People.
Who exactly?
The Sabbat.
Your typical bloodthirsty movie villain variety vampire. A few years back, I was on bodyguard duty for one of the old boys. Me, a couple of ghouls, and some young vampire types like you. The Sabbat hit us. Tried to pull a dine and dash. Just 2 of us walked away. And 1 was the elder.
Oof. I need some equipment. Not selling anything new at the moment. Okay. Take care, Mercurio. What weapons do I have with me, by the way? I have a sword and the Uzi. Okay. Alright. Well, that's enough lollygagging. Let's go ahead and head on over to Grout's mansion and see where he's hiding and why he's hiding. I can understand some of LaCroix's frustration with dealing with things like this. I've read recently that there's a reason why people delegate down to other people to make choices and decisions. Because the more decisions you make, the more taxing it becomes for you. It's like you have a certain amount of decision making you can make with a clear mind, and more of it that happens, the more pointless amount of it that occurs, it still draws from that same pool. And this is why some people put the day-to-day activities and choices that they're doing onto other people to make for them, so that instead they can think and make choices about things that matter more to them. I thought that was interesting. I don't remember where I read that, but I remember reading it like about a month or two ago. And we are here to pay the bill to Vandal and see if we can't get blood for him, or rather unlock this for the future.
Blood don't grow on trees.
Actually, why don't I pay you 200 to forget the girl?
Fair enough. Need anything right now?
I do. That was a point of experience as well. Interesting. I'll have to read the quest and see why we got that. I'm going to buy a single blue blood pack from him. Why did that happen? Quest log. Surf's Up, Hand Micro Drug Trip. None of these are green. Okay, yeah, there's nothing there. Alright, so we just get one. I wonder if the game considers paying $200 the equivalent of doing... Like, we didn't replant Lily, and we didn't get anyone for him to do that with. Maybe we shouldn't be... Oh... He still had blood there available to sell. He just wasn't going to give any of it to us. I don't think there's another person still locked up in there, and we could have... Or they didn't find anyone else, I think, to do that with. I think now they're just doing things that they would normally be doing when it comes to selling blood for money. It comes from various patients. Still don't know if I feel right buying it, so maybe we'll just confine ourselves to this one blue blood pack, and that will be it for Vandal. So $400 for one blue blood pack, which heals 4 points of blood. And an experience point. The experience point does kind of make it worth it, to be honest, though. We're at 2 experience points now. I think the next thing we'll be improving will either be Presence 4 or Celerity 3 will be next on my list. Unless we find a gun that requires more than 6 firearms, in which case maybe we'll up that instead.
Hop in.
Okay, let's go. Alright, everyone. Enough babbling. Let's head over to Grout's mansion.
You. What are you doing here?
Hey, Nines, what's up?
Out now.
Are you looking into Grout's disappearance too?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Why? What's inside? The music isn't the normal music, everyone, so I'll be back.
You. What are you doing here?
Hey, Nines. I might ask you the same thing.
Out now.
Are you looking into Grout's disappearance too?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Why? What's inside? suppose we should start by looking around the outside and check to see if there's anything out here we might be interested in, which includes a different way to get in. A bit creepy. Nothing else here, though. Wasn't expecting a madhouse like this. Very reminiscent of Alice, the Alice games. I don't think we're going to have a choice. We're going to need to start killing a handful of people here. You could probably make an argument that they'd be happier being dead than what they are at the moment. I'm going to make that argument. Weak a pug thistle. This petrified reed was not meant to fall into the hands of the damned, but vampires can benefit from its shamanistic magic all the same. Increases defense by 1 point. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception, and then in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. The hint as to which of these has to be lit.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Apparently, Grout is not necessarily a good guy. We did learn from Tongue some time ago that the vampires... No one is the good guy, according to them. Yeah, I'm pretty good at this. That was just pure luck. There's another lever or lever or switch somewhere. Can't proceed up there at the moment. We must have unlocked that other door we passed. Oh, or we did not, in fact, do that. I think the way these rooms work, everyone, is that if the gentleman who is walking or patrolling sees you, everything then sees you. Otherwise, these poor experiments will remain in their current state. Judging by how many of these are around and their positioning, I'm guessing they were not always here. We can probably make a decent guess that the defenses of this mansion have been activated. Maybe Grout's disappearance is more than just him being unsocial. these corpses might have been other vampires sent to investigate that were killed. Or perhaps they are other experiments that are now ended. Maybe Mr. Nines showed up here with others, and all the others perished. This is probably a great way to show how the Malkavian dementia power can work. I will want to listen to these.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence. Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
Ooh, for a half a second, I thought I saw the red exclamation mark. We will stay crouched. Thought we tried that door earlier. I don't think the amount of light determines if I'll be seen or not. I think it's only the color of our stealth meter. And I think now, yeah, this door can now be safely crossed.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
The primogen of the Malkavians. Not very high up, I think, in the grand scheme of things, given that he is only this title here in California. Probably even only for this area. Your only hint that there is something different between these two rooms. I'm certain these are windows and not mirrors. Ah. And apparently, the patrol demented guardians of this place can run, and quite fast if they want to. I can't tell what's happening with this gentleman. Okay, so he's running here and then turning around, but he seems to be rubber banding a bit. God, what an awful sound. Sorry. But again, they're probably better off dead. I was hoping we could sneak past them, darn it. But it looks like this gentleman also just runs back and forth in this hallway. I don't think we would have been able to get past him. We were able to grab the girl and feed on her, despite the fact we were in combat, thanks to our higher melee. We were not able to do that with the fast-moving individual, though. Oh, okay. We were here much earlier. And now we can get back downstairs if we so wish. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to their ebb and flow. Chaos. Order. I'm making this look very easy.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
Item gain. Tarl Fang. This heavy fang could only have belonged to a ferocious predatory beast. You feel at ease knowing there's one less of those in the world. Decreases your chance to frenzy. Must have belonged to that gentleman who didn't make it past this room. Interesting. Tulsa coils as a defense. Yeah, the entire mansion is on high alert. For experience. Tempting to increase my wits once. I will hold on to it at the moment, and we'll see how much we have at the end of Grout's Mansion. Everyone, I think we should stop here. We'll finish Grout's Mansion in the next episode. So, I will see you then. Thank you for watching, everyone, and take care.